Saving Hopi's History. Tuba City, Arizona, achieved as of March 4, 2013. In the desert of the northeast Arizona, some 80 miles from the Grand Canyon, sits a collection of large boulders. To people traveling by, the boulders might appear to be nothing out of the ordinary. But to the Hopi people, a small American Indian tribe, the large rocks known as Tutuvane serve as a sacred memorial to the past, containing thousands of etchings of ancient tribal symbols. In recent years, however, vandals have been defacing the Tutuvane with great creativity, scattering markings among the centuries-old expression. Now, the Hopi people are working to protect the ancient sites and to save an important part of their history. To the Hopi people, Tutuvane is a holy relic with history of the tribe carved into the stone, containing some 5,000 Hopi petroglyphs. The tomb features the rows of bear poles, cornstalks, spiders, coyotes, clouds, and cranes that have been etched into the dark varnish of the many large boulders at the site. Some of these symbols represent different aspects of Hopi cultural life, but most of the markings represent individual clans, which are named for animals or natural objects. According to researchers with the Hopi Cultural Preservation Office, the etching found of the Tutuvane date as far back as 1200. These engravings were made by young Hopi men during an ancient ceremonial pilgrimages to adulthood, was considered as important rites of passage in the Hopi culture. They would stop at Tutuvane and camp there. They would pick their clan symbols on no rock to mark their participation in that pilgrimage, said Wes Bernardini, an archaeologist and professor at the University of Redlands who has studied in Tutuvane for years and did it for 4 or 5 centuries at least. Bernardini added, when people at the same clan would visit the site, they would put the symbols next to the previous symbol that somebody had left area. It's a very important place. It is also a place threatened by modern-day vandals who viewed Tutuvane not as sacrosanct archaeological treasure, but rather a canvas for their own graffiti. In some places, clan symbols have been chilled by weight or spray paint over. The effort to protect Tutuvane was complicated at the first of the factious legal harangue. Tutuvane, well recognized as Hopi cultural property, sits on a tract of land owned by the Navajo tribe, and for years the two tribes were engaged in a contentious dispute over the land. The conflict will result in 2006, with most of the disputed area going to the Navajos. While bitterness still lingers between the Navajo and Hopi, the tribes have the feelings aside to save Tutuvane. However, a group of Hopi and Navajo researchers, archaeologists, and preservation raised funds to protect the holy site in a variety of ways. The fund raised $100,000 for a surveillance system, materials for protecting fence, and laser scanning project to preserve the petroglyphs in a digital form. Tutuvane is something that's really unique and special to be the Hopi, said Ron McDonald, supervisory archaeologist for the Navajo Nation. In my mind, it doesn't matter who it belongs to. It needed to be protected, and that was it. In addition, Bernardini nominated Tutuvane for inclusion on the World Monuments Fund watch list of the endangered cultural sites around the world. Today, a chain link fence and hidden cameras surround Tutuvane to deter any further vandalism and to preserve the ancient etchings for generations to come. Patrick Sikakuku, a member of the Hopi tribe, recently made his first visit to Tivani, where he walked slowly among the boulders, stopping to run his fingers over the clan symbol to talk about their significance to people. This tells you a lot about history and all about our tribe, our Hopi people, and for people to desecrate, vandalize, you're losing a lot of rich culture, history. Sikakuku said, you just wish that all respect and leave the site alone. The Associated Press contributes to the story. My name's Sammy, and my definition, petroglyphs, means that an inscription of some sort made by into a rock. Sacrosanct means that not most sacred or holy. Facious means having to do with sharp disagreement, discord, or friction. Desecrate means to dishonor, to corrupt. This is the end. We can be reading and making definition of saving Hopi's history and achieve the University of Emirates, and we thank you for listening.